increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Mixon with a first down carry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Boyd, someone who seems like he's been underrated his entire 7-year career, and I think that assessment is correct. Quietly gathered almost 800 yards last season and was a big part of their ranking in the top 5 in the NFL when throwing the football. Always dependable, always available to move the chains.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go.
Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Rams
3-0 after one on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running right is Akers. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1. Off play action. Bennett. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Bennett now. Off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That was well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
1-1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Pulled in at the 24. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, You got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The loop, and a big loss here as he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Henderson dropped down to 8 sacks last season, but don't get lost in that number. Still had 3 forced fumbles and remains a game wrecker on the edge of Cincinnati's line.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Bennett. And this one is incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And the tight end goes in motion left. And here's Bennett throwing on 3rd and long. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they're going to speed things up here. Now Burrow going to change things up. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And now they'll shift things around. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Quick slant cut by Chase. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Mixon. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd? And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Bennett going to throw again. That's out to the flat for Akers. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gaudin.
Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. He will return this from deep in the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Going right back to Akers. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Bennett to throw on 3rd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me. A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Bennett. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He will find his man Chase complete. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Well, we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall back.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Now Bennett to throw on 1st down. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Chidobe